What's up, ballers? We back. We in the building. Welcome to Sideline to Baseline with MB and K. Lou. And
K
y'all see him down
Lou.
in the realest co-host in sports. Pat Jam. Let's take that
You
thing
better
to
know it. I'm here. Glad to be here. No other place I'd rather be than right here on a Friday.
You know,
Back to Mamba.
man, we got him in the building already. The first baller done stepped there. Jay Gutter. He in the building by way of your town, Pat Jam, Alabama. Jay Gutter in Alabama, man. You need to
Yes,
ask.
sir, my main man. He better be rolling with the tide, too.
He Troy State home, boy.
Really?
But he probably grew up, Bama. He went
All
to
right,
Troy.
Brandon. Shout out to Brandon Jacobs, man.
Why you shout him out?
He went to Troy State.
He transferred there? I remember he went there. Oh, okay. I don't remember.
From there,
No, he left Cadillac now. He was with Cadillac and running Brown.
Auburn to Troy State.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember because I remember he came to the Giants and
Who's that?
Brandon Jacobs.
Oh, Brandon Jacobs.
Yeah, and I was like, we was talking, and I said, man, he was like, yeah, I was at Auburn. I was like, man, they love big jokers like you. Why you left there? He said, Cadillac and running.
Absolutely. Say no more.
Hey, that's how easy it was.
Yeah, they had that thing rolling back then, boy. God, I didn't realize he was part of that team.
Yeah.
For a second.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He said, I'm out of here. So,
what's up, Adam? How you doing, baby?
Hey, I said that was brilliant. So look, man, we're gonna get right into this thing, man. A lot of huge games this week that are going to be played. We ACC guys around here, ACC in the building, stand up. Pat Jam gonna, of course, rep the SEC. Really, he don't rep.
Bandwagon.
Yeah, he don't really rep them. He kind of just rep one school. He really don't care about the rest of them, to be honest with you. Unless they talking about leaving Alabama out of the Final Four, then all of a sudden he get SEC pride in him. So we're gonna jump in the game of the week. You know what?
It ain't so.
It's the game of the week for definitely the ACC, and I really believe the game of the week if you look at what's out there this week. But I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it because I know we're gonna spend some time on it. Number 7, Miami is going to Death Valley, and I don't know who was first with the Death Valley. Was it LSU? Was it Clemson? But both of them call it Death Valley, and I guess. Right now we're gonna have to say it's LSU Death Valley because they the defending champs. But Miami's getting a chance to go down the Death Valley, and it's gonna mean something this year. And we're gonna get a chance to see, if the U is the U or is it the University of Miami right now? Because
we'll get the nickname, huh? They ain't earned
right? MB, I think, and I kind of always get upset with you and your other guy and the other Miami guys that come to the show and you guys, y'all just throw up the U, and I'm like, y'all really shouldn't do that. That should be reserved for guys who know what it takes and lays it out there, lays it on the line. But y'all just throw it up for Rudy
Preacher.
And right now,
boy,
I think and I believe that the U is back, but I think tomorrow will prove it.
You just brought now you know what, K. Lou? You just brought the gospel on a Friday night. You just brought the gospel on a Friday night. You preached in that, man. Yes, sir. I agree with that. How you gonna say this to you and you ain't back in, you're not back in as a premier team. So right now you just the University of Miami. I couldn't agree more with that. I like that. I like the assessment you came up with on there, man. That was good word right there, man.
Well, obviously Miami's playing Clemson, MB, and this is the game that we're gonna break down. So let's go right into it. Let's go into
Absolutely.
the game. Let's kick our opinions out of the door, MB, and let's go right to Clemson when Clemson has the ball. What do you believe?
They're hold on. I gotta circle back to that when you say you can't say the you, are you talking about the young fellas or you talking about like the old fellas that was on the show? Which what give me a little more clarity. Because I feel like Tina Turner.
When y'all throw up the UMB, for you guys, I respect it. But when y'all be like, oh, we playing Miami back, that, and I'm like, whoa, calm down. Calm down. That ain't y'all out there. It just throws me off because y'all feel like y'all back there on the field or the guys y'all raised back there on the field. I don't think y'all put y'all name on these guys that's been before this team.
Well, and okay, I got a little bit more clarity. I had to get a little clarity. So for us, I mean, when we talk about the U, I mean, we're gonna always have pride about the U, just what it represents, right? And that can always be kind of mistaken because when somebody talking about the U, they're not necessarily talking about, okay, the current state of University of Miami. It's like Tina Turner, when Ike beat her down, she's like, man, I just want my name because there's some goodwill in that name and some value in that name. You know what I'm saying? So, and you'll never hear a true Miami person say, okay, we back. Because just like how you and Pac Jam saying about y'all standard is high, man, our standard is 10 times higher. And so we know, because matter of fact, the show we had, right? And you saw how, like, when we asked the questions about the game, guys like, well, I'm hoping we turn around. I'm hoping we there. Yeah, there's some things I'm still looking for that it's not there yet. You know what I'm saying? So you saw guys, especially, I mean, like Selwyn Brown, that was tough for me. Selwyn Brown, a.k.a. Black, the things he was saying, because I was like, man, just to hear him talk, I was like, it's just hard for me to receive, you know, like, because he was keeping it real. It was almost like a pep talk, like, man, we'll just hopefully we get a more victory. And I was like, everything inside of me was like, oh, my heart's about to rip. Because I can't allow myself to say that. I can't compromise the standard. So are we back yet? Nah, it's too early to tell. I mean, we gotta win some championships to say, man, we back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
gotta.
go.
So, but here's the thing. But I like what I'm seeing, right? However, right, when you talk about the questions, when Clemson got the ball, right?
There you go.
Is that your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So my issue, right? You see the positive. They doing so much better on third down. They start turnovers coming bunches. They getting their hands on the ball, create some turnovers. What I don't like, especially defensively, I don't like the self-inflicted wounds. And that's the thing. You cannot, when you play a great team, you get exposed. And what I mean by self-inflicted wounds, from a defensive standpoint, our run fits got to be better. All right. We got to swarm, like Selvin was saying, we're running the ball, we're straining, but we need to we need all 11 guys. I was about to say how we said all 11 guys ball swarming, right? And then our coverage, our technique stuff, especially man coverage.
Hey, you see how we went all the way back to Miami, man. Let's talk about when Clemson got the ball. What's going on?
I'm talking about Miami.
That's what I said when Clemson got the ball.
And I'm telling you, when Clemson got the ball, what Miami defense need to do. Oh, it ain't about Clemson. It's about Miami. When Clemson got the ball, it don't matter, because if we take care of our business, get rid of self-inflicted wound, it really don't matter what Clemson do. Because we got enough talent, we got enough ability, right? We got enough players that it's not about Clemson, what Clemson do. It's nothing they do offensively that scares me. It's like the dude said, it's about the Henry Jones and the X's O. And for us, it's about our Henry Jones playing fundamental football and get rid of the self-inflicted wounds and take care of business. So I don't care what Clemson doing.
Pac Jam, every time it's hard get in the way. That's why I appreciate comments. I appreciate the comments he made about Selvin Brown when he talked about, because Selvin took his heart out of the situation and told it straight. Pac Jam, what do you feel like?
To me, when Clemson has the ball, it boils down to one thing: can the team run that football? If he's getting 4 and 5 yards a pop, it's going to be a long day. Because what Clemson is doing, I'm noticing now, Clemson is passing off of the run.
Absolutely.
It used to be they was running off the pass. Now they're doing the complete opposite. They're passing off of the run. And if you can't stop that running game, if your linebackers if they ain't bringing their lunch pile, it's going to be a long day. Because your back four is weak as water. Let's get that out the way right now. Your back four weak as water. Your front seven is average. Your defensive line is great. But those guys got to seal the point of attack. They got to play gap football. They got to play discipline football. Your linebackers cannot be peeking it. They cannot overplay, overrun, overpursue. You got to stop a team. If you don't stop a team, you lose the game. That's where that game is won and lost at tomorrow with a team. If a team has 100 yards or better, you know Miami lost the football game. It's that simple.
Hey, yeah, but
because
I mean,
when you play Louisville, when you play Louisville, that guy got 150 yards rushing.
Gosh.
And he's
running back
not
better.
in the team. He's not in the team.
Running back better.
I'm just trying to understand. Hey, I'm just trying to understand what I said that's different from, like, I'm saying that run fit, we got to get rid of self-inflicted. You want me to frame it that Clemson got to run the ball? No, we got to stop the run. We got to self-inflicted wounds because our run fit suck. Our back end is good. They got talent, but it's the fundamental stuff. When I look at the field,
when you picked up Revis.
No, listen to me. When I look at the field, we don't need Revis. We don't need Revis to win. We don't need the matter of fact, our corners are playing great. Al Blaze Jr. and Poison Ivy, our corners are playing great.
The only thing they're doing is making the tackle after the guy catch the ball. That's it.
No, they not.
They saying Ivy is playing great.
Hold on.
Wait. Let me jump in there. They're saying Ivy is playing great because he stopped Florida State receiver. Even though Florida State receiver ain't have nobody to throw him the ball.
Hey, listen. No, I'm talking about facts. I'm talking about every game because he got beat for the first touchdown of the season. UAB got beat on a corner route. I watched every game. I'm dissecting the defense. So it's not about those corners are playing great. Al Blaze is playing great, right? The issue is the safety, right? They have 21 matched on number 2, number 1, and he's playing man-to-man coverage looking back at the quarterback. That's one of the major issues, right? The run fit, right? The D-line is great. So they got enough talent. There's 3-man rotations at safety. Amari Carter, knock your head off. A swerving Gervin, got all the athleticism. Even 21 Bolden, right? He's got the athleticism. It's the technique. It's the eye discipline. I don't talk about this so many times. I know what I'm talking about. So run fit, the linebackers, the front side linebackers are not feeding the run, the stretch play, the outside zone play right. So it's not about a lack of talent. All what I'm saying from the beginning is self-inflicted wounds that we got to take care of. Because when you play a championship team, you can't afford to keep getting beating yourself like that because they're going to take advantage of it. And if we don't clean that up, Clemson going to be go down the field as will.
Hey, all right, Pac Jam. Wait, Pac Jam. Pac Jam. Answer this question so we can move forward to some new games. So tell me who wins this game and why.
I believe I believe Clemson wins this game by 17. And the reason why I believe they win it by 17 is because Miami is not disciplined enough to be dedicated to the running game. Miami's going to try to pass because they're going to fall behind instead of trying to run to get back in the game. Because I think if Miami ran the ball, if they committed to run the ball 30 times this game, they would have a better chance, but they're going to get behind the sticks. And I look for Lawrence to have a big day, and I look for a team to have over 100 yards, and I look for Clemson to win by 17.
All right, MB. Who wins the game?
Listen, Miami wins the game. Miami wins the game, all right? And the reason why they win the game, right? I totally disagree with what Pac Jam said.
Right.
Because their offensive coordinator is outstanding. That dude, LL, I call him LL Cool J, Coach Lashley. UM fans love him because he knows how to attack the defense. And he knows what to do. He's going to do whatever it takes, right, to help them win the game. If it's running the ball, he's going to run the ball. If he's passing the ball, he's got setup plays to get him over top. So I love his the way he attacked the system, right? So Miami's going to get it done because that offense is outstanding. Every time Derek King, he's getting better every week. The only thing missing for the receivers to jump on the broomstick, they did it for a half against Florida State. And I'm talking about the whole season. if they can jump on the broomstick, it's over, right? Defensively, like I said before, they got to get rid of the self-inflicted wound. I'm hoping that the athletic director, he needs to get a raise, right? Because it was genius for him to put a bye week before this game. So it's giving those guys, coaches, right, time to get this stuff right. And I love their approach to the game. I don't listen too much stuff, but one thing I listened to the press conference, how they talking about this game, and they had the right mindset. They didn't make it bigger than what it is. They say, hey, it's just another game. This is the most important game this week. And I love that mindset. So I'm checking the boxes like, okay, I like this. I like that. They're not making it, man. So I love everything. If they can clean themselves up and get rid of the self-inflicted wounds, Miami should come out on top.
Well, I don't think that comes as a surprise to you guys. Miami wins because they're a better team. I will throw my hat in the ring. I think Clemson wins.
I
think the reason why Clemson wins is so amazing to me. Neither Pac Jam nor MB mentioned that the number one player in the NFL draft is on the field and he plays for Clemson. I think that far outweighs anything MB is talking about what Miami can do on defense. And ETN is a running back that don't count his yards before he gets touched. Count his yards afterwards. He led college football in yards after hits last year. He's going to do it again this year. And he's just an outstanding running back. Of course, you guys know every week I talk about Miami and those three running backs that are outstanding, but not one of them is better than ETN now as a senior. I think all three of them will challenge him as they move forward and grow, but not one of them have his ability right now. As we move on, Virginia Tech.
Move on.
MB, we had you say a whole lot about Miami. I put one little spin on it. Now we moving on. Virginia Tech at UNC. Virginia Tech number 19 and UNC number 8. What I love about this, first of all, guys, we just named 4 ACC schools, and they're all ranked. The ACC is rising again, man. MB, what do you have? What are your thoughts about this game?
What's the game again?
Virginia Tech and UNC at UNC.
Oh yeah. Well, first of all, I mean, I'm curious to see what North Carolina could do, because I had an opportunity to watch them last year, and I love the speed that they have on the field. I think Mac Brown is doing an excellent job. Unfortunately, what's happening, they had to hit the reset button a couple of times because one, they played it first. Obviously, everybody dealing with COVID. Then they played the first game, and then they next game because of the COVID, right?
Right.
They didn't play for 3 weeks, so then they played again. So they played. They played at Syracuse. Syracuse came ready to play, and everybody's going to come ready to play when they play North Carolina, because people chose them to at the time to win the Coastal Division, right? Rightfully so. They got a quarterback. They got running backs. They got skill position. They got everything. They ready to go. All right. But what I have a question mark with, and let me give you an answer. I'm predicting them to win the game. And I know they're going to win the game because they're not going to sleep on Virginia Tech. I'm concerned about those setup games where they don't have the height, because right now I'm trying to put my finger on it. Do they play to the level of the competition? That's my concern, But I don't know if it's COVID, or I don't know if they've been reading the press clippings, and you can't believe the height, because if you keep playing with that light switch, it's going to eventually get stuck when you try to turn it on. So I like North Carolina to win this game.
Pac Jam, your thoughts?
I love Virginia Tech this week. And the reason why I like Virginia Tech this week is because I have not been impressed with the quarterback play of North Carolina. He has been erratic. He has not been consistent at all. And I just feel like the ball bounced in the right. They got lucky, they've been having the ball bounce here and there in their favor. But I like Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech is a disciplined team. You know who they are. They know who they are. And I look for Virginia Tech to win this game. I really do. I look for Virginia Tech running game. I love their running game. I love their defense. And I look for Virginia Tech to win this game by 10 points at UNC.
Well, Virginia Tech played well on special teams again, had a return for a touchdown last week.
And one more thing, Kevin. Virginia Tech is battle tested more so than anybody dealing with the COVID.
That's
No
right.
And
doubt.
that shows
No
me a
doubt.
lot. So
That's
I
right.
take that. That lets me know that they really are a gritty team. So I like that even more so to them to
No
win this
doubt.
game.
No doubt.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
agree with that. I love that.
They played 2 weeks in a row facing that. There's not a lot of other teams besides Houston who ain't played at all can have kind of conversation. However, I like Virginia Tech, what they're doing. Y'all know I went up front and said, I went against the grain this year. I went with UNC to win the whole conference. So I got to go with UNC. I agree with MB. It's we still got to figure UNC out right now, and we don't know because they've had to play and then stop and then start again. If that's just because of that, or I agree with MB, or are they playing up to the level of their competition? But I'm loving UNC, and I'm going with them. I'm gonna take this next game. Duke and Syracuse, we over right now, boy, but we finna get us a win this week, baby. We getting us a win. It's about time, baby. We gonna go to Syracuse. We gonna act like it's Duke and Syracuse basketball team in the Carrier Dome. We go pump some crowd noise in, and we gonna get her done. All right, Texas, number 2, Texas. Number 22. Sorry, 2. Excuse me, y'all. Sorry, so sorry. Pac Jam. I know who number 2 is. Texas, number 22 at Oklahoma. What happens there, MB?
First of all, Duke ain't winning. All right. I ain't let y'all the hook. All right. I was waiting on your butt. That's why one of the reasons why I was like, I'm driving, but I'm doing this show because no, Duke is not winning. They had their opportunity. They are who we thought they were. Hey, they suck. Have the first and second team DBs corners out, and they still lose the game. And then you talking about the dude broke a record, had 208 yards rushing, 150 yards kickoff return. Why you still kicking the ball to him? Come on, Cutler. They suck. Y'all may not win another game until y'all play Charlotte. So I was waiting to just to
Florida
let you
State
know y'all ain't winning.
MB, Florida State on the schedule. We got a chance,
Y'all
baby.
y'all may get that. Y'all got a chance. But no, man. I think with Texas, man, they came off a heartbreaking loss, man. I think, man, I love the quarterback. I love the grit that he brings to the table, man. It's hard to bet against him. He's gonna fight, man. And so I look for them bouncing back, man, and getting that W, bro.
Pac Jam,
But
Texas.
the thing I love about this game is I'm able to say, who cares? Who cares? Nobody care. Don't nobody care about y'all because that opens up. That's another conversation. But I honestly do like I like Texas in this game, and the reason why I like Texas is because let's call it for what it is. The redshirt freshman has been stinking up the football field for Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. He has found a way every week because he doesn't. One thing I realize about him, he's one of those kind. He wants to feel I can get it in there, coach. I can fit it in there, and every week he's fitting into the wrong hands. So I like Texas, and I like Texas to win big. And after this weekend, I like for the red freshman to come put the headset back on. Because if you remember, that was another situation that was a last minute awarding a position. So he really wasn't clear-cut favorite, but he was the younger one. So I look for him to be benched after this week. And also, I look for their coach to start entertaining some NFL offers now.
Oh, wow. Tom Herman. I don't know if you're going to be so quick to get him in an NFL team.
He talking about Oklahoma coach.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah,
my bad.
That's what we talking about.
Yeah. So Texas and Oklahoma. Tom Herman is 1-3 versus Oklahoma, y'all. Been there 4 years, 1-3. He's also 4-10 in rivalry games. The rivalry games: TCU, Oklahoma State, and Baylor. He has trouble winning the big ones, and the big ones in Texas are those games that I just named. That's why you hired and fired. If you look back to Charlie Strong, look at his record against those teams I just named, and then you saw him push that exit button. He's on the hot seat this year, guys. I think he loses this game at Oklahoma. Oklahoma just has his number. They've had Texas' number. And they get their best players, which is another sad thing. So until they start kicking their behind, then Oklahoma won't be able to walk into Texas anytime they get ready and steal a guy. I'm going with Oklahoma. I say they groove back this week against a punching bag that they've been punching on year in and year out.
Hey, K-Lou, check that though. Who did they upset somebody last year? I thought Texas. I could be wrong. I thought they beat Oklahoma last year.
They may have, but they're 1-3. He's 1-3 against them in his 4 years. So I think it was 2017 to be honest with you, his first year there.
Yeah,
when he did it.
He did. So I couldn't remember.
Yeah,
I agree with you. I agree with you because the way you got to win. Texas, man, they play like they're on probation. You know, if you lose like that, you know what I'm saying? You got to win, man. You got to win, man. You got to win. They don't have no excuses not doing it.
Right.
They have no excuses. I agree.
So the last game we're going to discuss, man, another big SEC game. You got Tennessee, number 14 Tennessee, y'all. We ain't said that round Tennessee in a long time. But number 14,
great job. Let me
put some respect on their name.
Yeah.
Georgia, number 3, Georgia. So start us up, Pac Jam. This your conference. Tell us what's going to happen and why.
Well, actually, I look for Georgia to win this game, and I'm going to tell you why. Georgia has found their quarterback. And Kirby Smart was trying to figure out, but what I like what Kirby did, Kirby said, you know what, guys? I'm not going to make the decision. I'm going to put you guys out there, and you're going to determine who's going to lead the Georgia Bulldogs. And I believe last week against Auburn, the young guy solidified the position. He said, "This is my team," and I look for Georgia to win because at Georgia, that's what they was waiting on. Who was going to decide who's going to be the quarterback? And so I look for Georgia to win that game. I look for them to win by 10. Tennessee, I love what they're doing. We sent a lot of guys off our staff, off Alabama staff, went over there and got that team.
No doubt.
We got them in the right direction. But I'm not going to say that they're back. They're the Peyton Manning Tennessee or the T. Martin Tennessee. But they're on the upward rising. So I look for them to play it close. And the fourth quarter, I look for just throughout having better players, Georgia to pull away in the second half on them.
It did.
Well, that MB, what are your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, I love what Pac Jam saying, man. To me, I mean, this is another setup game for Georgia. And when I mean setup game, about the quarterback play Bennett, he played a great game against Auburn. And then he didn't I love it because Kirby Smart's going to run that ball. And we talked about earlier how Clemson now is running the ball, set up the pass. And that's what Georgia do, man. They run the ball, set up the pass. They defense is vicious. I love what the Puritans doing at Tennessee. But to me, it's a setup game for Georgia quarterback because the second week in a row, he's going to face a defense, the scheme that he sees in practice the whole time. Just like Auburn. Auburn ran the same scheme that Georgia run. They all Kevin Steele came from Alabama, run the same Nick Saban defense. Kirby Smart, as you know, led the defense. Pruitt was the defensive coordinator. I mean, so from a quarterback standpoint, it's like practice. And the comfort level is going to be so high, especially coming off a big win like with Auburn. This dude, man, his confidence is going to be high, and I love them. I love the pieces around them, and I don't think Tennessee has enough talent. That's one of the states when we talk about Texas that has no excuse because they got rich recruiting ground. Tennessee, on the other hand, when you talk about football, their recruiting ground is low. So I know those guys, that Tennessee staff go over and beyond just trying to get guys, man. They do a great job, but they just don't have enough firepower, man. They don't have enough bullets in that gun for Georgia, man.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, MB. I don't believe that number 14 ranking. I think it's bogus.
Yeah.
I think Georgia going to show them that it is. But I'm going to agree with both of y'all about that solidifying the quarterback position at Georgia. And I'm going to say simply, transfer portal, baby. Let's go.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When a job is won at the quarterback position, the transfer portal heats up.
Exactly.
All right, guys, we're going to move on to the NFL, and we're going to start this thing with my version. And me and MB on the show, we like to say going against the grain pick of the week, baby. And I'm going against the grain against your boys, Pac Jam, because you know you jump from team to team, so you probably in Kansas City this week. I'm going to
Bandwagon.
I'm going with the Vegas Raiders against your Kansas City Chiefs. Go ahead, Pac. You in Kansas City or what? Where you at?
Once again, you're dead on arrival. You're dead on arrival. Once again, you're dead on arrival.
Hey, talk to us about your Chiefs.
As long as Magic Johnson playing quarterback and he's up and he's up.
You hear him, MB? Magic Johnson.
Yeah, I hear.
You know what I mean?
Kansas City, MB.
You know what I mean? Hey, look at him. Look at him. As long as Magic Johnson back there serving that thing like a waiter at Longhorn Steakhouse, the Chiefs will roll, okay? They will roll.
Hey, what else y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do on defense though? Cause y'all can't stop.
Listen, you know what? The Honey Badger is doing what he was doing at LSU. That same thing. He's getting those fumble recoveries and those game time interceptions every week. The Honey Badger. Okay. And the Honey Badger is, I don't know what it is about that little 5'8" guy, but he knows he's always in the right spot at the right time.
No doubt.
MB, why am I wrong with my going against
well, first of all, I see why. Well, let me say, instead of we stop positive, I see why you're excited, right? Because David Carr, he hasn't thrown an interception since last year, right?
Right.
And I like what they're doing offensively, right? And obviously they beat New Orleans Saints, right? So that was a big part of it too. So I see why you're excited. But they're 2-2, and the thing that I want to let out the air out your balloon, the thing that should not make you excited is the defense. They still have defensive issues, even though the big free agent guys they signed a dude from Dallas last year. They stole the D-line coach from what I stole them. They got the defensive line coach last year, Rob Marinello. He's a beast. He brought in some Mike Collins with him. The big time guys, they got the linebacker, Corey Littleton, from the Rams. They're not producing. They defense
Adam,
still
you're
suck.
wrong, Adam. You're wrong, Adam, at the bottom.
They still suck. They like 20 or something in the league in defense, and you're facing Kansas City, right? Top rated offense. Child, please. They ain't got a chance. Like I went back, Jam. Magic Man about to have a stellar performance again. And and you about to see check on the sideline with the lips poke out because they about to take another L.
Hey, I don't think you can keep up with Pac Jam. He moves too fast. Look here. We going into our next mode, man. We talking about put up or shut up. These are the must-win matchups, guys. There's some teams out there that they gotta win, I believe. Man, it's gonna start being some heads rolling, or some guys getting cut, or it's gonna be some real decisions being made. And I think it's early. I know y'all talking about it's too early. Well, you just saw what happened to Bill O'Brien in a COVID year. They don't care nothing about this. They done set the tone like, hey, it's safe. Did anybody talk about how we wrong for cutting him during COVID? Get rid of it? No. Okay, it's free. And the first matchup is Panthers at the Falcons, man. And I think Dan Quinn, boy, you dropped this one. I think you next in line to get axed.
Well, y'all see, you've been saying that 2 weeks in a row, Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn was the first guy to be up. No, not you personally. Dan Quinn became the first guy to be up by 30 or more points with no turnovers and lose a ball game. Dan Quinn must have. He must have. I don't know this for sure.
Don't say it.
But there's a fly that landed on my shoulder, not my head, but my shoulder, that said Dan Quinn got a tape. And it's dealing with Home Depot and Arthur B. Because ain't no way you gonna tell me that Dan ain't fired already. You know what I mean? What does Dan know that I and the world don't know by Arthur B? Because he's taking it up. And Dan is supposed to be a defensive guru from Seattle.
And getting lit up every week.
The defense can't stop running water. Can't turn the faucet off, man. I don't understand. Yeah. I don't.
Go ahead.
Hey, well, if he got some tapes on the owner, man, he needs to go hire. he needs to go hire Robert Kraft a lawyer because he'll get him off tape. It don't take no matter. they'll get you to drop the case. So he need to go hire him right now because Dan, the man, I love him as a person. The only reason why he's surviving is because the owner love him as a person, right? And he's a loyal guy. He's trying to get it done. But man, if he lose this game, man, I agree with K-Lou, man. My boy always talk about the cavalry, that posse, the cavalry on top of the hill. And when they get on that horse, they ain't coming. They ain't getting off that horse. They're about to come down. And right now they mounted. And if that joker lose, they coming down to get him, man. The engines they're coming down to get him, bro. And I apologize, but the cavalry they coming to get him, man. And they coming to get him. He lose this game, man. He out. And all it takes is one dude to get the axe, and now it just started the waterfall. And if he lose this game, he out.
Well, my next victim on this put up or shut up must win matchups is Dolphins at San Francisco. And my put up or shut up is for the team, the Super Bowl losing team as a whole in San Francisco 49ers. Will y'all bow your backs? Will y'all band together? And will y'all start fighting like the team that y'all proved y'all were last year? Or was that a fluke? Pac Jam, step in and tell me if that was a fluke or not last year.
I don't believe it was a fluke. What I believe is San Fran was hurt at some key positions. And what happened was those guys that sustained those injuries happened to be the leaders of the team. So there's nobody to lead the guys during this time because those leaders are on the sideline. And you guys know from being former NFL players yourselves, when you are a captain or a leader of a group of men and you're out and you're in street clothes, it's hard to lead those guys from that standpoint when you're not out there with them. And that's what San Fran is facing right now.
Mm. Yeah, and I agree, man. I mean, now with them, I mean, and Atlanta has some injuries, but that's still no excuse. But San Fran had a boatload of injuries, right? And then they finally get their quarterback. They get Jimmy G back this week, so that should help a lot. So for me, I mean, if you got a hall pass or get out of jail free card, they deserve one just because of the injuries, like Pat Jim say, at key positions. You got Richard Sherman out, you got your first and second string running back out. You saw it because when those guys was healthy, you saw what they could do, right? And they was trying to roll that thing. And so now, man, that dude, I mean, just the way they compete and the way they're fighting.
You lost Bosa for the season.
I'll throw him a little Scooby snap. What'd you say?
You lost Bosa for the season.
Exactly. You lost Bosa.
He was the leader. He was a
Sherman's been out. Yeah, you lost your running back. Then
you lost the tight end.
Yeah, well, but Kittles came back and he was having a monster game last week. I think he had over 181 yards rushing. So catching. So he was a beast. But I mean, and the quarterback. They was on the second.
Hey, MB, I'm cutting you off. Double A done spoken. He say I've been married for 21 years and still haven't gotten a hall pass, man. And you around here throwing out hall passes for 3-4 innings is what you do. I feel you, Double A.
Double A, baby, Double A, man. I hear you. And we got Double A, man. We got you, bro. You coming on the show, man. We're gonna get this thing done on next Tuesday, man. Our fan appreciation show, bro. Appreciate you, man. But now, Double A, man, hey, in the NFL, unfortunately, sometimes they do hand out little Scooby snacks and hall pass where they have a little sympathy for you. And San Fran, because of the injuries and stuff, they had, so much like you losing your key players and all that stuff, man. I noticed the NFL next man up, but with everything that's going on, man, I think they're doing a good job. But they got a little hall pass. I'm going to give them a hall pass right now.
Hey, look, and last game we'll talk about put up or shut up.
Giving the Duke Blue Devils no hall pass.
There you go again. Hey, last game we're gonna discuss put up or shut up must win matchups. Giants at the Cowboys. Now y'all know I went out there on a limb. A lot of people still checking me for COVID something, but I went out there on a limb and I said Dallas Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. And if they don't beat the New York Football Giants, who just have struggled in every and any way imaginable, you talk injuries, you talk about poor play on offense, you talk about poor play on defense, You talk about poor play on special teams. They found any and every way imaginable to lose a game. If they don't go out there and not just win, but I'm talking about put your foot in them. Man, I'm disappointed. And I think they gonna have to shut up if that don't happen, MB.
Hey, no doubt, man. I mean, yeah, no doubt. I can't comment. I mean, because Giants, man, they depleted. That's who got a hall pass. Because when you look at the roster and you lose your top running back Barkley, I mean, you got a Duke quarterback lead. You ain't got a chance, bro.
Oh,
So
there you go, man. You gonna find any kind of way now. Hey,
K-Lou, I miss you, man. So
MB.
I've been holding on this for a while since the last show, so I'm laying it all out right now. I'm hating.
Unc unspoken, man. You out there getting hall pass again. Unc say I've been married, been with my wife for 44 years, and he still
Uncle Billy.
They're not having you giving all these hall passes.
Okay,
I tell you what,
I'm sorry.
Hey Kevin, I tell you what, reading all this here, they reminded me not to get married. I tell you that. It's a horror
Hey,
story.
listen, I agree with you, man. Hey, if they lose, Dallas lose against the Giants, man.
No losing. They got to put foot in their behind. It can't even be a barely. You know, it can't be close. They got to go out there.
And you know what? And I think they are, just because Giants, man, they hurt for talent. I mean, they trying to do scheme wise and all that stuff to help those guys out. And they playing hard, but Dallas got too much firepower, man. I mean, Dak Prescott, over 450 yards, 3% of the games.
Listen, Dak Prescott quietly is having an MVP season.
No doubt.
If his wins would match up with what he's doing,
but listen,
they got no defense, bro.
This game says everything. This game says Giants 17-13.
Listen. Oh man, check that dude.
Listen.
Hey, that's who you need to check. Check him, Lou. Check him. Golly.
Listen. Hold up. This is the same Dallas team that started out 3-0 and went and lost to the Jets last year. The same team.
So what I got to do? What are you saying?
The Cowboys got the type of team they are.
Hey, look, I got to keep this show moving, man. We got guests coming on. We going to games to watch this week. We're going to start out with the Colts at the Browns. These two teams 3-1, man. You got 2 3-1 teams. The AFC North, the Browns are number 3 in the AFC North, really tied with second, because the second and third team are both 3-1, and then the AFC South, Colts are number 2 in there. So you got 2 big time teams coming from their divisions that are locking up, man. And I think I'm gonna throw my little thoughts out there first. The most surprising thing about the Colts this year, guys, is, you know, we've been knowing them for years and years offensively. Dude, they number 1 in total defense in the NFL. That's why the Colts 3-1. No other, and the second reason is they keeping Phillip Rivers off the ground. Only been sacked 3 times. Wow.
Good job, Ryan Kelly. Roll Tide. Ryan Kelly, center for the Indianapolis Colts, just signed a huge deal. He doing great things in Indianapolis. Kudos to Ryan Kelly, baby, from that Hog Nation, Bama Nation, baby.
Go ahead, MB. That's all he wanted to say.
That's all he wants to say. How long you been a Tide fan, man? I think for some reason.
That's for another day. Let's keep the program.
This way left, you'll be sick.
Huh? You say what?
He left y'all to go there.
To go with the Tide. Come on, man.
MB,
hey,
I told you, Pac Jam's a winner, MB. There's not you can call him everything in the world. Just put a winner in front of it, you'll be all right.
I left with the coaching staff. The UM coaching staff went to Bama, and I left with them.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. Do your research.
Yeah, I know. I was there.
Yeah, I left with them.
I was there when Cristobal left.
Right.
So, hey, all right. So now here's my thoughts, right? And Double A saying it well, right? This the biggest difference because Rivers, man, you look at it, the game they lost, man. I mean, this dude still was shell shocked from when we was at the Chargers and didn't have any protection, and he was careless with the ball. And so what he's got to do a great job of not of protecting the ball, not throwing away, not forcing the pass, giving the interception. Because you're right, K. Lou, that defense is on fire, and I think it's going to be a great test. And obviously with Cleveland. Like I love what you said earlier, but I applied it. Well, you said this about my Hurricanes. Well, for me, it's a testament if the head coach stick to the game plan. And right now, the game plan has been a balanced offense. Right, they've been running the ball. Right, they had like over 300 yards rushing last week. They're doing a good job of running and mixing that thing up, man. And I love what they're doing offensively. However, they just lost Chubb, right? And I just think the coach defense is the overall team is just that much a little bit better. And I'm going with defense win championship. And I'm going hoping for Rivers be like, okay, let me be smart with the ball. If they can win the turnover battle, coach got this game, man.
And the next game to watch, you guys need to watch it for two reasons. The Bills at the Titans. Now the Bills and the Titans, right? They both number one in their division. So this should be set up for a great game, except for I ain't playing the Titans right now if I'm in the Bills. Y'all ain't finna give me that COVID. Right. I'm staying away from y'all. He'll be jumping there, man.
Yeah. I mean, what you're talking about, man, the Titans, man, they've been out for a while with the whole COVID thing since they played Minnesota.
Right.
And then they had that. And then, man, you had they had the most guys, I want to say, like maybe 7 or 8 players, and still players and
like they were
over there. Double-digit.
Yeah, I love it. You know what? If I could play, if they told me that I had to join NFL roster right now, any team, you know where I go sign at right now? With Mike Vrabel and the Tennessee Titans. And you know why? When the last time you seen an NFL team get fined for practicing at an elementary school because you told us to shut it down? And we refused to shut it down.
That's right, baby.
You said they hungry, huh?
They was at an elementary school behind the building getting it in. Somebody ran them out. They got
sweat
fined.
Blood to your sweat blood. And moving right along, man. We're gonna go right. We're gonna jump right in the NBA because we got a guest in the building. So we're gonna jump right to the NBA and get to what I guess want to talk about, and that's baseball. We got the Lakers go ahead and gonna finish what we started in the beginning of the year that I tried to talk to MB about in the beginning of the year, let him know what the deal was gonna be and how this year was gonna end. It's ended just like we knew it would, Pac Jam. A lot of people hate because they had the Clippers in there. But we always told them Pac Jam. And again, of course, Pac Jam in this because he's a winner, right? And so, Pac Jam, I'm gonna lead with you. Talk about the Lakers, man.
Well, again, the Lakers have shown us, man, that they have been the complete NBA team, the complete team throughout the whole bubble, man. They have been a force to be reckoned with. They can win, however, they can play small ball, they can play big man ball.
What you want?
And they got the 2 greatest players in the game today, and Anthony Eyebrow, the Unibrow Davis, and they got King James. You can't go wrong. They got King James on the Wheaties box, man, with the I Promise School. Hey, man, you can't go wrong right there, man.
That's right.
King James love the kids.
He promising a victory, baby. He promising. I told y'all we were gonna get him in the Mamba
jersey.
We were gonna get him in five.
Can we go to Coach Laser, man?
Let's go, Coach Laser. I wanted to read. We'll skip you then, but I wanted to read some hashtags I had hashtag finish them. That's what's gonna happen. I also had hashtag do it for Mamba. Okay. Hashtag this one's for Mamba. You know,
this for Kobe. This is for you.
Right. And then I had Kobe forever. So that was my hashtags, and we'll end with that and bring in.
I'm gonna let the Heat do the talking tonight. I ain't got nothing to say. The Heat's gonna do the talking tonight. That's all I gotta say.
That's right.
They ain't loud. They sure ain't loud when they talk.
They whispering.
They still got confidence, baby.
What Well, we got Hardball Academy's own coach Lasser Colazzo, man. He in the building. Come on and talk to us about some baseball, coach. What's going on in the baseball world?
How you doing, guys? How's everything going?
We're
Hey,
good.
Coach,
Great,
man,
great.
appreciate you, man.
Man, you guys are fighting back and forth, but those Heat, I know they whisper, but man, they got a big whisper. Be careful.
Yeah, no
Don't
doubt. Tell him, Coach. Tell him, Coach.
Boy,
Tell him,
big.
Coach.
Did you hear him? He ain't even confident behind what he just said.
He was whispering.
They got a big whisper, is what he said.
And he was whispering when he said it.
They've been so you telling us they've been talking the whole time, coach, huh? Because we ain't heard.
They've been talking a little bit, they just haven't been heard, like you're saying.
Right. They'll bounce back.
Hey,
Hey,
man.
Coach. Hey, before you answer that question, man, just tell a little bit about what you got going on, Coach. I know you came on last time, man. I appreciate you coming back on again. But for those who didn't know, didn't get the opportunity to hear what you had to say, tell them about your academy. Tell them what you got going on, man. We want to show you some love.
Absolutely, Michael. We have an academy, a baseball academy here down in Miami, which is really close for you guys that know FIU University, ages 8 to 18. Just an academy that's all about fundamental baseball. We're not into that winning, losing trophy thing. We're more into fundamental and preparing our players into high school, and of course, hopefully one day preparing them into a good college or hopefully again in professional baseball. But we're big into the fundamentals. We got a lot of coaches, ex-University of Miami coaches, ex-pro players that coach with us. We have there's a lot of parent coaching nowadays with all these travel leagues, and
Right.
we don't have that. We have actual coaches that go out there and, do their job.
No doubt. Well, hey, talking about doing their job, Coach, like K. Lou said, man, go ahead and talk about that matchup tonight, man. Elimination games, man. My Yankees, our Yankees against the Tampa Bay. What you got, Coach? Talk to us, man. Give us
Hey,
the inside of that game.
talk about the Yankees and the Rays. I want to say something real quick. For the last year and a half, they've been talking about Houston and stealing signs and things like that. And one thing I don't know about in football, but in baseball, you steal a lot of signs, from the pitcher's grip, for the way he holds his glove, what the catcher does he pop up when they throw a breaking ball, when he squats down. There's so many ways to steal signs, but it shows you where a team like the Astros are a damn good team, because all that talk that Oakland was talking about, we want the Astros, well, as
Right.
you know, there's no more Oakland right now, because the Astros
Right.
beat them, waiting, of course, on the matchup, the Yankees in the tonight. Michael, I'm staying with the Yankees, man. I really still believe in them. I think they got one of the best bullpens in the major leagues. And, like I told you on Tuesday when we spoke, when you got Chap throw, not only usually guys are closers, usually like one inning, Chap come in and close up the 8th inning and start up the 9th inning and close it up for them. So once again, that bring up the good bull he's had, okay, where they show the game again in 6 innings, 7 innings, get their setup there, and then of course getting Chap in there. So I'm still with the Yankees. At the same time, I think the Rays have done a great job here. They're confident. I'll tell you one thing: the Rays are confident that they could beat the Yankees. But just from sentiment and baseball, with all these guys that are there that I know, I'm going with them. I'm going to go with the Yankees.
Right. No doubt. What does the Yankees have to do, man? What does my Yankees have to do to win this game?
Hey, man, what they've been doing all year, hit. They just need to hit. That's one team that could play station to station. Okay, Houston plays a little bit of small ball, but Yankees play station to station, which usually every major league team plays station to station. But they're going to hit. It's hard to like I said, they're going to hit, and it's hard to get in there and beat that lineup, because that lineup, if Lemieux doesn't beat you, Torres beats you, or Usela beats you, or Judge beats you. So you really can't pick here's the other thing: you can't pitch around Judge. Okay, who are you going to pitch to?
Right.
Lemieux
Right.
or Judge? You know, so
Right.
there's really nothing you could do, and it's, you know, the way they stack up the order, you can't really say, hey, this guy can't beat us. You know, when
Right.
you a game, at least in baseball, we say throughout the lineup, hey, Judge can't beat us. So if we have to walk Judge, hey, we could go against Lemieux and Torres and whoever. Well, you can't do that with the Yankees. You got to pitch every 8 or 9 hitters they
Hey,
have.
what about the Dodgers, man?
Oh man, the Dodgers.
Well,
I'll tell you one thing.
Come on now, talk to me. Talk to me about them LA Dodgers, man.
Man, I'll tell you one thing.
bandwagon. He bandwagon. Boy,
Yeah,
he
Dodgers
bandwagon.
have done a great
He's
job.
a winner, MB.
I see that. Winner, chicken dinner. Go ahead,
Talk
Coach.
to me, Coach. Coach, don't worry about them, Coach. Talk to me about them Dodgers, Coach.
You know what? The Dodgers have a good team, but I'll tell you one thing. In the National League, you got the Braves, which they've been averaging the most runs in the playoffs this year. Towards the last 15 or 20 games, they averaged the most runs. I think they were averaging over 7 runs a game towards the end there. It's hard to, you know, it's hard again to pitch to them.
And they
Who
beat
you
our
gonna?
Marlins, man.
Let's not talk about the Marlins.
I know they beat them. Go ahead, though. Talk about them.
You know, you got in that lineup, you got Freeman. You know, you got Acuna. You got in Osuna. You know, again, you got teams that a team that you can't pitch to every baseball. The worst thing to do is you can't get 9 hitters. You could say, hey, we could these 4 or 5. Okay, back to the Braves. Who are you going to pitch to? Who's your poison?
But see, Coach, Coach, here's what I'm gonna throw at you. What we do know is nobody was undefeated. So if nobody was undefeated, that means they was pitched to that night.
Yes. Remember,
so that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying my Dodgers do got hope then.
Yeah,
so they ain't undefeated.
About hope. I mean, it's 50-50 on both sides. No, 64.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's 50-50. I mean, when you get to this, remember, everybody's 0-0 right now. No, the better record.
It's the playoff, baby.
It says 0-0. Okay, and I told Michael this the other day. I said, what's going to win now is pitching and defense.
That's what I got in LA.
Sir?
I got that in LA, pitching and defense.
Yes. You got a little bit of everything in LA. A little bit of everything. Yeah, a lot of that too. But I mean,
Coach, what's your prediction? Who's going to win that series between the Braves and the Dodgers?
You know, I keep talking about the Braves and about how many runs they score and how they can't be pitched to, but I'm going with the Dodgers. I really am.
Oh, wow.
And I know that's like a pretty tough decision there, but
LA, baby.
LA, yes.
Hey, Coach, why are you going with the Dodgers? I think
they bring the whole thing to the table. I think they bring defense, hitting, and pitching. You know, even though, I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, you know, Kershaw, for me, is probably in the top 5 best pitchers in the big leagues for the last, 5 or 6 years? Yeah. But if you look at Kershaw's season ERA, it's under 2.9, 2.8.
Right.
Look at Kershaw's ERA in the playoffs, it's over a 4.5.
Right.
That's the only scary part right there with
exactly.
Kershaw. Besides that, they bring everything.
Yeah, no. Hey, Coach, let me ask you this question. You mentioned something about hit the stations. Do you remember me saying that when you was talking about the Yankees hit the station? Can you talk about that?
What they do is they play station to station. They don't play.
What is that? They play station to station.
Hey, you could have a man at second with no outs, and it's the winning run or the tying run. They're not going to bunt them over. Okay, they're going to hit away. Because they have so much confidence in their lineup, okay, that they're going to do that. Now, Houston is a different story. You know, when Altuve plays, when Correa, and even Gurriel, they'll sack them back. They'll sack them over and either put them on a scoring base. And as we know, a scoring base is second or third. So if they have within 2 outs, if they have to, you know, bunt them over, they're going to do it and put them in a scoring base, tie the game or win the game.
No doubt.
So that's small ball right there. Station to station ball. just go out there and hit and hit.
Just let the chips fall where they may, huh?
Exactly.
No doubt. No doubt. Wow. So overall, now I know our Marlins lost, so that hurts. So who's your prediction to win it all? Are you still staying with the Yankees, or you after now you saw the playoffs, it's playoff time? What's your thoughts overall winner for the World Series?
I don't like to change my thinking, so I'm still going with the Yankees. Especially
my man.
If they win today, full out Yankees for sure.
No doubt, man. Wow, that's awesome.
It's baseball. I know for some people baseball is boring, but it's got so many little things. Okay, if you really think about it, I don't know if you want me to get into this, Michael.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Baseball, people say, man, it's long and boring, 2.5 hours, 3 hours sometimes. But a game of baseball is really played in 17 minutes. Okay? Laser, how do you say 17 minutes?
Yeah.
If you put the timer from when the pitch is pitched to when the catcher catches the ball and the pitcher gets the ball back and you close the timer, you do that the whole 9 innings, and it's played between 17 and 22 minutes. So in those 17 or 22 minutes, all those little things, all those little factors, where there's a run and bunt, a hit and run, a push or drag, in those 17 or 22 minutes, that all factors in a 9-inning ball game.
Right. Wow. Now, Coach, I know you mentioned about the Yankees play station to station. For those who don't know the Devil Rays style, tell a little bit about their style, what to expect when they watch the game tonight. Give us a little insight on their style and what to bring to the table.
Michael, they play a little bit of both. They could do a lot of little things, and that's what's got them to play really good this year. They do the little things correctly. And when we go back to little things, Michael, it's just like in football. I guess I'm not a football guy, even though I
fundamentals.
I love my,
come on, baby, to you.
There it is. There it is
to you.
Coach, I was with you to the end.
Coach, there's a lot of hate on this thing, man. There's a lot of hate.
I can see that. Hold on a minute.
Yeah. Show him something, Coach.
Coach,
national championship ring. Yeah, there you go. Show him, Coach.
There's 5.
Show him what you're working with over there, baby.
Yeah, I'll show you real quick.
Yeah, show him, Coach.
Yeah,
those national championships, baby. Show him. Baseball, football, we got it down, baby.
We got it. But the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, they bring a little bit of everything. They bring a little bit of short, station to station, but they bring a great defense out there, and they got a good 7 and 8 and 9 inning guys that could close up a game.
All right, hey Coach, last question before we let you go, man. Take us the game within the game. Dig a little deeper. What strategy, when you watch the game tonight, man, what's some strategy stuff that we should look for? Like chess match, pitch and change, this and that. If they do this, I mean, what any strategy thing that you could draw attention to that the normal fan wouldn't catch unless you expose them to it?
Well, I like pitchers, hitters matchups. And what I mean by that, let's say middle of the game, 6th, 7th, 8th inning, maybe even 9th inning. Not 9th inning, because that's your closer. Your closer is going to pitch against, whether you're a lefty or a righty, he's going to close it up. But I like that 6th through 8th inning, where now the pitchers are going to be matched up to the hitters, and left on left, right on right. The scouting reports nowadays are crazy. With all these revolution on the breaking ball, RPMs on the breaking ball, sliders and fastball, and top spin 12-6 and things like that. I like matchups, and I like situational matchups, meaning if I got a lefty coming up, that's a 3, 4, 5 hitter, I'm going to bring up, if I have to bring up my setup guy instead of my middle guy. Okay,
right.
Guy's the guy that pitches between the 5th and 6th inning. Setup guy 7th and 8th inning, and of course the 9th inning is the closer. Okay, so that setup area right there, I love depending on the situation. what that situation calls for. You know, man on first and second, that one run, you're the home team. You're the home team. You're going to bunt them over. You're always going to get that back. Okay, you're the visitors. You're probably going to, hey, we got to hit. We got to get as many runs as possible because we can't just tie the game. Okay, and then let the home team come back, bunt them over, and sack. So those are the little things that I look at, and sometimes I don't even enjoy the game because I'm always looking at what can happen throughout the game.
Okay, no doubt. Well said, Coach. Coach, I said one more question, but you made me think. Talk about the pitching matchup today, and then that'll be my last question, Coach, between those two teams. Are you familiar with who's going today?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, Michael.
I was saying, can you talk about the pitching matchup? Because you were talking pitchers, like the starters for today's game. What's your thoughts on each starter for each team and as far as what to look for there?
Michael, I've been on the field all day today, and to be honest with you, I haven't even looked at anything.
I got you.
Okay,
no
I
doubt.
do apologize for not being prepared.
No, that's my bad, Coach. You got me excited, man. You got me thinking. My mind started running like the Rain Man, so the questions started coming out. No, Coach, you all good. But hey, one thing I do know, Coach. Say it one more time, man. What's your prediction on tonight's game, man? I just like to hear you say it, man.
Yankees
gonna win, baby. The Yankees, yes, baby. The Yankees. Hey, man, you need to get on that Yankee bandwagon, baby.
Hey,
LA Dodgers.
Well, we appreciate you coming, Coach. You welcome anytime. Please come in and share the wealth of knowledge you have in this game of baseball, man. We appreciate you keeping us plugged in. We try to be, a lot of things for a lot of people to cover in different areas of sports, and you help us be baseball experts. You definitely do. So, hey, guys, ballers, we out of here, man, from sideline to baseline with MB and K Luke, y'all. We appreciate y'all hollering at us, stopping through, hollering at us. You know us. Hey, man, Kobe Bean Bryant, baby, salute tonight because it's happening tonight.
We watching you. We watching you tomorrow to you.
So you know what time it is. Watch all the games Saturday. Watch the baseball game tonight. And watch those games Sunday, see if our predictions reign true. We love y'all, and we'll holler at y'all later. We are gone.
Coach, thanks again, buddy.
Thank you, guys.